All right, everyone, welcome. We are going to be talking about how to play dice fights with the Healer Steel expansion. If you already know how to play the base game, you can go ahead and just skip ahead to this time. But if you don't, stay tuned and we'll walk you through how to play the base game and then go into Healer Steel. And at the end, we have answers to quite a few frequently asked questions. Now, this is the setup of the base game. We're playing on the new player mat that you can get on the new Kickstarter. The link's just down below for that. If you're just playing the base game, these spots will be empty right here. Now, each player starts with 5 of the colored sets, and you both roll. When you roll, you're either going to get attack, defense, or gold. The attack swords are used to take the opponent's life to 0. The shields are used to protect you, and then the gold gets stored in your bank, which is this 30-sided dice right here. Whoever can get the other person down to 0 before the other person wins. Now, how that works in more specifics that way, let's say hypothetically I had 4 swords attacking Rebecca here. Now, Rebecca only has 3 defense, so she would take 1 damage, right? And because she has 1 sword and I have no defense, I would also take 1 damage, going to 19. After the first roll, you have the opportunity to re-roll before the dice are set. So how it goes is you roll, you adjust your dice, and now we're going to re-roll, and then attack is settled. So in this rolling scenario, I would deal nothing to Rebecca because she has all the shields to block me. I would get dealt nothing because I have the shields to block. And now we put the gold into our bank. So I have 3 gold that's going to go inside my bank here. Once you have enough money, you can start buying upgrades. For 3 gold, you can get one of the base dice to add to your arsenal. For 7 gold, you can upgrade your defense. For 9 gold, you can upgrade your attack. And for 12 gold, you can upgrade the gold. What these modifier trackers upgrades do is it moves that from 1 to 2. And now, instead of this being worth 2 attack, it would now be worth 4 attack. It is a multiplier throughout the game. Now, there's one more really cool upgrade where you can actually buy the box the game comes in and roll that as one of your dice. Absolutely fun and incredible game. That's all the rules. Last person standing wins. And now we'll go into Healer Steel. So for Healing Steel, these are all the extra dice right here. You're going to want to take the extra trackers and place them in their spot. Yet again, you don't need to have this mat to play, but it is pretty nice. You're going to add the new dice right in the center with the other ones, and then both the players are going to pick the class dice that they would like to play. Now, as you can see, all of the class dice actually match all of the base core dice that you were to start with. So I am going to be the Barbarian, and Rebecca is going to be the Cleric. The rest of the class dice, which include Ranger, Wizard, Bard, and Rogue, get put into the center and can be bought as one of the extra dice. Now, the same gameplay loop applies. You'll roll, re-roll, and then settle attack. And then this is where it starts getting interesting. You settle attack, and then you get your gold, and then you steal if you get any of these steal icons. And then after that, you heal if you had any of the heal icons. So Healer Steel is really adding 2 more elements to the game, which is stealing and healing. And yet again, the order in which that gets resolved is damage is done, gold is taken, stealing, and then you heal. And you cannot heal death. Now, some special mechanics with the class dice here is if you roll it and you get land on the class symbol, you can immediately re-roll that, whether that's your first time or your last time. In theory, if you just keep landing on the class symbol, you can roll into affinity, but that is very improbable that way. In the game, you start with a class dice as well as one of the new dice, and yet again, you go until the last person is standing. You can also buy the box in this version as well. It costs 30, just like the main box that way, but instead of that, you get stealing and healing as options that way, and it hits for 10 instead of the traditional 1. The upgrades for stealing and heal are 8 and 14. Well, hopefully you guys have an incredible time playing. Please let us know how it is in the back. We are now going to do a playthrough, so go check out that video and see what a playthrough of this game looks like. Thanks for tuning in.